Hi, I'm Jonathan here at Lynch & Sons, and welcome to another Something for the Weekend video. And this week, I'm afraid it is just me. We're back down to a duo team of me and Gary behind the camera. Here we go. So it's a much scaled back Something for the Weekend video as compared to the last couple of weeks. And it's a traditional used video this week. So we're going to have a look at what we've got on our used shelves this week to tempt you over this weekend. We're going to start, I think, with an old favourite, an FT450D. This is, of course, Yaesu's entry-level HF and 6-metre transceiver, 100 watts out on HF and 6 as well. That's beautiful. And to be honest, if you ask me, you know, and possibly Gary as well, what's the best value for money radio on the shelves, then you can't go wrong with a 450D. It's the line we always say, it's a 450 for 450. It comes boxed and complete in really good condition. It's a bargain at that price, I think. Below it is an IC7 46 just out there. So, you know, maybe you've thought about getting into doing some of the 2-metre UKACs or something like that, and you want 100 watts out on 2 metres. Well, this is the radio that's going to give you that. 100 watts out on HF and 6 metres, and crucially 100 watts out on 2 metres as well, in good condition, boxed and complete as you'd expect. Of course, fully tested by the workshop here on site. Yours for just $499. So less than £500 gets you an HF and 2-metre radio with, I say, 100 watts out on all bands. Moving along, let's talk about something else that will do VHF and also UHF with the TS2000E. Of course, all of HF 6, 2 and 70 on the E model. Of course, if it were an X model, that would have 23 SEMs. Unfortunately, those 23 SEM modules are no longer available. And in fact, the TS2000 itself has been discontinued by Kenwood. There's still a few left in the supply chain, but they are becoming rarer and rarer. This one, Boxton complete. There's a couple of marks on the top, which you may just be able to see. I'm not sure if Gary will just be able to pick up on the camera. They may clean off with enough elbow grease, but $799, fully boxed and complete. Can't really go wrong with that. Moving along, what else have we got here? We've got an 897 just sat there. Of course, this is the predecessor to the FT991 and the 991A, of course. And this one, again, fully boxed and complete. It is an 897. It's not the D model, and it is priced to reflect that at only $499. That's a good buy. And if you're looking for something to go portable with, of course, let's just remember, it may only be January, but spring is just around the corner. So if you are thinking about going portable in this spring, summer, then 897, a good choice for that. What else have we got here? We've got an IC703 just out there from ICOM. This is, of course, ICOM's 10-watt HF and 6-metre radio with the detachable front panel. If you can find yourself a separation cable, they are very rare these days, but there may be one or two about that you can find. And crucially with the 703, it has the built-in ATU, which is why they're loved. Because of that built-in ATU, it makes them a really nice portable radio. In the way that sort of the 897 can't. With the 897, you have to put on a bolt-on tuner. We'll look at one in just a second. But with the 703, fully built-in, 10 watts output power, $599. Gets you that one. Now, I mentioned a bolt-on tuner. We have one up here. Yaesu's FC30, the bolt-on tuner for the 897 and the 897D. So maybe if you want to buy one of our 897s, we've got a couple at the moment. So if you are looking at buying one of those, or you've already got an 897 perhaps, then this is the thing. It's fully boxed. You can see the box at the back there with all the cables and the brackets you need in order to attach them together. Let's say $129 gets you that. What else have we got here? Of course, we've got DX5000 with the SM5000 station monitor. Personally, this is the radio I've dreamt about owning. I've still not quite managed it, but it's 200 watts out on HF and 6 metres, and that's that station monitor. The speakers in that alone, that's what you buy it for. And of course, this one comes supplied. This one is, I believe it's an MP model, so it is one of the later ones. $2499, boxed and complete. A really good buy as well. But maybe you're thinking 20 watts is not quite enough. I'd quite like to run full legal. Well, that's where the FL7000 comes in. We mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to mention it again because it is worth mentioning. It is the Yaesu's predecessor to the Quadra. Gives about 600 watts out, 600-700 watts. The ATU in this one doesn't work, but I'll be honest with you, the ATU doesn't work in any FL7000. It is just a feature that they don't work. So don't buy it for the tuner, buy it for the amplifier. The amplifier itself is working absolutely fine. Tried and tested, and formerly owned by one ML&S employee. I'm not going to say who. I've got a TS590S just out there, 749, give that a quick mention as well. Again, Boxton complete on that one. And sat next to it, we have the FTV1000. So if you have an FTDX, sorry, an FT1000MP Mark V, this was designed for. Of course, they don't have 6 meters on. Maybe you want to have 100 watts out on 6. Well, this is a really easy way to get that. All the cabling you need, all the box, etc. For £500, essentially £499. Finally, a couple more items. I'll mention very quickly, MP30 power supply. £49 gets you that, the nice little 30 amp supply that has our own Midel name on it. And just next to it, we also have another 590S at $799. Again, a good radio, fantastic. As you may know, I've said it a couple of times, I've currently got a 590SG sat next to my 7300 in my own shack. And the S and the SG are very, very similar. Just a few improvements on the SG, but you know, we'd probably be charging a couple £100 more for an SG. So $799, absolutely brilliant price for a 590S. Of course, all of our used items can be seen online. Oh, actually, what I want to mention very quickly, which I haven't done so far, the ARAR 8600 Mark II. I want to give this a quick mention because we don't often feature many communication receivers on these Something for the Weekend videos, and I'm aware that some of you may be just shortwave listeners. I say just shortwave listeners. You may be a shortwave listener and not a licensed amateur, and that's absolutely fine as well. So let's go on a quick mention. $599 for an AR 8600 Mark II. Really easy to use, really easy to program, and if you give us a call, I'm sure we can come to a deal on the price. All of the used items are available to view online at hamradio.co.uk. And if you see anything here you like, either buy it quickly online or give us a call on 0345 2300 599. And until next week, bye-bye.